Hey, welcome back to our program. In this segment, we're going to talk about a very, very cool thing that's going on right across Canada. A young woman that is about to raise, hopefully, a whole bunch of cash for a great cause. So that's coming up shortly. First, though, let's talk about how people can connect with you online, Tony.
Yeah, they can go to grecobrand.com, which is our website, and then also my Twitter, Greco Lean Fit, which is great. It seems to be the easiest thing to kind of connect everybody together. So I've been having some great results with that, and what I mean by that is that people can actually tweet a question or just tweet a fitness question and something that's inspiring, motivation. So at Greco Lean Fit.
Very good, and certainly if there's any things you want to hear us talk about on the program, any emails, whatever, questions for Tony, fitness questions and stuff, then you can certainly go to GrecoLeanandFit.com and find the contact info, and we'll try and do that in future shows. As mentioned, got a very special guest today by the name of Ashley Gilbank, and you can find a link to her story and what she's about to try and accomplish here on your website, GrecoLeanandFit.com, and she joins us right now. Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. How are you guys?
Very good, thank you. So tell us what your game plan is here. You're going to do a little bit of skating here in the next little while. Talk about your fundraising game plan here.
Yeah, I'm going to be rollerblading from St. John's, Newfoundland, all the way to Victoria, BC, a total of 10,000 kilometers. That's starting June 4th, and it's going to take me about 4 months to complete.
Wow. That's a bit to bite off. Talk about why you're doing it.
It's kind of a long story, but basically about 4 years ago, I met a young man who was inline skating from Toronto to Victoria, and he kind of inspired me to want to do something for charity that big. And he said, "Why not you? Why can't you do it?" And something that kind of hit home to me a year ago was a friend of mine committed suicide, and it was on the same night that the Sens were doing a Do It for Darren night. So I've always connected the two. Plus, Darren played hockey in my league, and I saw her team practice right after they received the news of her, and they kind of all huddled around and cried together on the ice. So I've always been touched by that story. Plus, I play hockey myself, so I've always connected with that. And I was really inspired that it was a youth-driven initiative, youth helping youth. So I got in touch with Luke Richardson, and my campaign started about a year ago, and I'm hoping to raise $60,000 to give to Do It for Darren.
How do people help out? How can they donate to this?
They can donate on our website, which you can link from Tony's website, or you can buy Skate4Life bracelets. We're selling them for $5 to help raise awareness, or you can go right to the Do It for Darren website and donate on Skate4Life's behalf. How
much training will you have to do for this?
It's been pretty intense. I've been training for about a year, but my training really picked up a few weeks ago when I started training at Greco. Tony's been nice enough to sponsor me and really make this run possible for us. The training's been about, I started doing 6 or 7 times a week at doing the Lean and Fit classes, but we've stopped that because I was doing a little too much. It was a little too intense, but the trainers were really great with me, pulled me aside and said, "Look, you're overdoing it. You're going to burn yourself out." So we've cut it down to 4 times a week, and then I've been rollerblading about 30 kilometers a day on my off days.
Wow. So you're pretty much, your day-to-day existence, you're almost dropping out of that, right? Between the training and the actual skate, how are you making that work?
It's been difficult. Plus, I'm still working, so I don't have a lot of time, and I'm really trying to focus on my nutrition and getting everything in tune. And it's coming up quick. In 4 weeks, I think it is now, we leave, and it's just going to be 80 kilometers a day.
Wow.
Just taking it day by day.
So do you have like a nice support staff, like people driving alongside, or?
Yeah, my husband's going to be with me. He's been really supportive. My brother's working with me too, and we've got a lot of friends and family that are helping out. Some friends have really stepped up and are trying to get things going across Canada. So we have support all the way through.
Do you do stops is there going to be media stuff at various big cities?
Yeah, we're planning to do probably like nights where we can host events. You can come out and eat food, and we'll do little things. We're hoping to get some big restaurants on board as we go across. Just let them know we're coming, set up a nice night, maybe do some raffles and some things like that, and really raise awareness.
Tony, maybe a thought on how impressed you've been with Ashley's endeavor here.
Yeah, really impressed. I mean, just the whole decision making that going across Canada. I mean, that on its own, it takes a lot of drive, a lot of will, and anybody that can really dig down deep and trust themselves that they can do that. I mean, that you can't. I mean, everything goes off to that. I mean, like, it's unbelievable. And you know what? She's shown that commitment. She's coming in to train, and she's very, very focused and very, very positive. So we're going to be checking in actually sporadically as she's going across Canada, just at having these little pit stops, so we can keep in contact with some of the fans here and obviously the listeners, just to track the progress, which I thought was really neat. So from time to time, we'll be checking up. She'll phone in and just to see how her progress is going, so we can kind of even uplift their spirit and strengthen their mind as she goes through this whole progress of raising these funds and creating awareness for this great cause. So, yeah, it's amazing to have a person to be able to really trust themselves to go through this mission.
Ashley Gilbank is our guest this morning. She's doing the Skate4Life and doing about 80 kilometers a day, rollerblading across Canada, raising money for the Do It for Darren campaign. What do you expect might be the hardest part of this whole process for you?
That's a good question. There's going to be a lot of bumps in the road. I know that for sure. I'm thinking my mental toughness is going to be a factor, especially those days where it's pretty isolated and you're just out there playing mind games with yourself. That, and I'm really hoping to hit my goal. I think the $60,000 is a pretty big goal, but I want to be able to hit that.
And you're going into the wind a lot of the time, I guess, starting out east, right?
Yes, yeah. I've heard that the first province is going to be the worst, and then the last will be the worst. So I'm looking forward to it.
And imagine the memory of your friend is probably going to be kind of an inspiring, empowering thing on those tough days, right?
Yeah, she was a very gifted athlete, kind of the person I always wanted to be when I was growing up. She was the female athlete of our high school of 1500. She went on to play university rugby, Team Canada rugby, and then she did suffer a brain injury. She was actually hit by a car while jogging at her campus.
Oh dear.
Yeah, which kind of sparked everything. So I definitely feel inspiration from her story. I mean, I remember back in grade 5, I think it was, she made me go out for every single sport, even if I didn't want to. And she was a runner, and the biggest thing she made me do was run a marathon with her. And that was the hardest thing I ever did. I remember the teacher said, "You shouldn't be on this team. You're not a marathon runner." Mm-hmm. But she made me do it, and I know I'm going to feel that along the way.
Do you ever have days in the training process and mentally getting ready for this where you say, I really want to help this campaign, but oh boy, what have I gotten myself in for here? This is a big project I got going here.
Every day. Every day I think that like I can't believe that this is real. This was something I've been planning for 5 years. And it's almost like a dream. Every day I wake up and say, "Wow, I can't believe I'm doing this."
Wow. You're going to go nonstop? Like, is it? I mean, how 80 kilometers in one day? That's a ton. I mean, how do you? You're going to stop down to eat? Are you eating as you go?
We're probably going to set it up so I'll do so much in the morning, and then I'll stop for lunch. I'll stop for a nap, and then we'll finish it off for a few hours. There's going to be days where I'm going to be able to do 100 kilometers because everything will work out in my favor, the wind, the roads, the hills. And then there's going to be days where I can only do like 30 kilometers because the roads, the winds, the rain, who knows. So it's just kind of an average ballpark that we're hitting for, but if it takes longer, it takes longer. I just know I'm going to complete it.
Do you feel like you're close to being where you want to be fitness-wise to do this, or is there still some work to do?
There's still some work to do. I mean, I wish I had another couple of months, but it was kind of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now, no matter what kind of shape I'm in. I'm obviously going to get in better shape as I keep going.
Right.
But I definitely feel way more prepared now that I've been doing the Lean and Fit classes because it's a lot of core strength. It's very inspiring to be out there with other people who are also working on their goals, where I used to be going to a gym myself and just not knowing exactly what to do and just running on a treadmill hoping that I was in shape. But I definitely learned quickly that there's a lot more I could be doing.
What will be some of the challenges? Give me the trainer standpoint, whether it's getting the good nutrition, getting the rest in that Ashley will need, maybe even things like potential for blisters and all that stuff. From a trainer standpoint, what do you see as some of the challenges that lay before Ashley here?
Well, I mean, the good thing is that her focus is so positive, which is going to be a huge, factor on whether you make it or not. And I could be sure that she's going to do it. But the challenges will be hydration will be a big one. You will have to drink a lot of water, and the rest, which she seems like she's got a grip on, because I mean, obviously, every athlete goes through obstacles, and because she's doing this every day, it is going to be a lot of wear and tear on the body. But, just getting enough rest, which is key, and then to make sure that you're eating enough, your carb loading, because it's like a car, right? You're going on a long journey, so you will need that fuel, because every day she's going to be like burning these calories. So it's very, very important to replenish that she gets the proper carb loading that takes her through. So that'll be the pretty much the biggest challenges. But I mean, like I said, the positive stuff is that, you know what, she's got the will, she knows the way, and she's got the drive. So that stuff you can't teach, which she's accomplished, and that's what takes that athlete to that top performance that most people think and want to do, but don't take the actions going forward to do it where she has.
What are you going to be doing sleeping wise? Are you hitting hotels? Are you going to be in the van? What are you doing?
To be honest, we're still working on our RV. We've got kind of a few ifs and maybes. So if anyone out there has an RV they'd like to lend me, that'd be great. But we're hoping that we'll have the RV. We're hoping a few hotels too. We'll donate a night here or there, especially in the big cities, so we can get a break from it. But we're pretty much going to live in what we drive.
Wow. So again, when do you get started?
We're starting out in Newfoundland on June 4th.
Wow. So, again, you can go to Tony's website, GrecoLeanAndFit.com, and probably look for an icon, Skate4Life. There'll be a link of some kind there, and there you'll be able to find all about Ashley's upcoming Odyssey and the many ways in which you can help out. And so it's a terrific cause, obviously, and what an amazing piece of work you've got ahead of you, and we wish you all the best of luck, Ashley, and thanks for being with us to share your story.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
There's Ashley from Skate4Life. We'll take a time out here on the program. Back with more after this.